back to J Solo Arts. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done a video. Things have changed in the world, as everybody I'm sure is well aware, and my wife is in a working from home situation now, and she had to borrow some of my tech to get her up and running in her home office. So I had to reconfigure some things, and it caused a little bit of delay in what I've been able to do for my YouTube channel. But I'm back, and I'm very happy to be content creating again and getting you guys some painting tutorials. Very excited to be back. So today we're going to use gonna be a class 1 in painting Bossk, our character here from Star Wars Legion. We've got him in his Zenithal Prime right now. What we're going to be doing, the first class, is using the Citadel contrast color Skeleton Horde to paint his flesh. This model, I think, really lends itself to these contrast colors because you see all the scale details and his suit wrinkles. There's not a whole lot of flat surfaces on this, so that the contrast paints really can get into the little nooks and crannies, and the raised areas will pop through. It really is a perfect model, in my opinion, to demonstrate how these paints work well. So with that, we will shake up our Citadel paint, get our model ready. Little trick that I've used with these Citadel pots, they have a tendency to tip over very easily. So I put a little blue tack on them, set them on my workspace, so they're a little less likely to tragically spill. All right, so let's zoom into our character here. There he is. Let's get our paint open without spilling it. Today we're using a Citadel small base brush, and we're going to begin applying paint. The reason I'm starting with his flesh is because I like to work in an inside-out manner when painting miniatures. Paint things that are inside, like if he had a shirt with a jacket over it, you would want to start with the shirt first, then paint the jacket. So we're using his flesh as our starting point so that we can then layer things on top of it. And we have paint, you can paint more easily all the way up. Gee, many Christmas, Josh, get it in the frame. You can paint more easily all the way up to his clothing. So we're going to get it in there. All right. This arm here. This model comes with a couple of different loadouts. He's got his thermal detonator here in this hand and his rifle in this hand. He's got 2 extra arms, one that comes with a smaller rifle, and it looks like some sort of a handgun type weapon. All right, and again, since this is our base coat, we want to be careful, but we don't want to be overly careful. If we spill over into a few areas, we can come back and detail them up more later. Alright, and you can kind of see already how that Skeleton Horde Citadel contrast color is doing just great things here. It pretty much eliminates a step. It eliminates the base color and then the wash over at the top. It pretty much does both in one step. So as a commission painter, which I am, it can kind of eliminate some of the time that it takes you to get your models painted. We all know time is money. If you don't know that, you heard it here first. All right, working down, let's get it back in frame, working down to the legs. Gotta get used to being back on camera. slag. So I hope everybody out there is staying safe, staying home, working from home, making the most of this situation that we're all in. It's very scary, but we have to do what we have to do. I had to sacrifice, like I said, some of my studio equipment so that my wife could set up her home office, and she was very thankful for that. But I had to then rearrange and retool. But I think it's going to work out better. Alright, so you can see how that paint, again, is getting into all those little scale areas, making those scales on top stand out. I think it's a good color for Bossk's flesh. He's got kind of a greenish brown scale. If we want to adjust the colors later, we can come back through with a little military green wash, something like that, if we don't like this color 100%. Alright, now his head. So I'm going to set this on the table to get some stability. So we can get in there and get that color into all the spots as neat as possible. Again, base coat, not the most important stage in being neat, but I'm a believer in the less you have to come back and redo or touch up, the more time it saves you. And again, as a commission painter, sometimes it's sad to think about the amount of money you're making and for the time invested, but you do it for the love. The love, not the money, that's right. To be honest, all the minis that I paint, I've never played a single miniatures game. Isn't that crazy? Told myself during this stay-at-home period that I would try and teach myself a game or two. I've got Marvel Crisis Protocol, I've got Star Wars Legion, and I have all the rules and a bunch of the minis. I've just never taken the time to play. I'm always, any spare time I have, I find myself with a paintbrush in my hand, trying to get better at my craft. Alright, try to get this guy focused. Alright, he's looking pretty good. Kind of clean up, use my paintbrush just like a little sponge in some of those areas where that paint has collected a little too much. Don't want to overdo it. We don't want to lose the detail. Alright, been looking at that. I think we've got a pretty good starting point for Bossk's flesh. In the next video, I'm going to tackle his suit, which there's another great Citadel contrast color that I've used on previous Bossk models that we will use to do his suit. And his vest, there's another great color from Citadel contrast that we can use for that. And his guns, his details, we are going to use all Citadel contrast paints to complete this model. Just a quick, easy paint up for Star Wars Legion model Bossk. And that will do it for today. Again, you can follow me on YouTube at JSoloArts. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram under the same names. Please like and subscribe the video. Like the video and subscribe to my channel if you like this content to see more. I'm hoping to get some more videos pumped out here during this this time I've got to be at home. Please, everybody out there, stay safe. Stay at home if you can. We'll get through this together. And thank you for watching JSoloArts. Have a nice day.